do it, please. They'll think we've rehearsed you. Good evening. From the television theatre Shepherd's Bush, where tonight a little bit of history will be made, because this is the very last show which will be broadcast from this Palace of Varieties. Yes, I know. Built in 1903, the Shepherd's Bush Empire quickly became known as the Colosseum of West London. And there's been a few acts thrown to the lions here, I can tell you. To guarantee yourself an evening's top entertainment.
Thank you.
So tell me this now. I remember. You see, the last time I saw you in your rocking chair, it wasn't white.
No, I'm afraid
have you painted that rocking chair?
We did a paint job on that one, yes. When I used to do the shows in black and white here, of course, I was known for wearing sweaters. Now, if you think about it, if you wear sweaters in black and white, it doesn't matter what colour they are all look black and white. That's right. You see?
Oh, grey.
So you had to get, there's no good getting pretty colours. You could get the most beautiful pink sweater, but in black and white, it looked grey. So when we went into colour, it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Because the world opened up to me. I could wear a plain blue sweater and it would look lovely. Whereas in black and white, it looked awful.
Did you get those sweaters for nothing, or did you have to buy them?
I'm ever so glad you've asked me that.
Yeah.
Really.
No, I mean,
really.
Yeah, I think that's an important question.
People all over this country always had the impression that all these wonderful old ladies with grey hair, all over the country, were all knitting me sweaters. Now, I can tell you, I swear to you, in all my life on television, I never got a sweater for nothing. I bought every single...
It makes you sick.
It's frightening.
It makes you sick. No wonder this country's gone down the drain.
I had to buy them all. I had to buy them all.
Thank
really.
God I asked you that question. It's the
I'm
most important
so glad
question of the evening.
Absolutely.
Well, we got that
off.
off
What are you doing sitting in that chair?
I'm swinging back and forward here. It's dashed uncomfortable anyway, but thanks to Val, thanks to Leslie, thanks to Dame Vera Lynn. Thank you.
Thanks to the theatre.
And now for our final sequence of excerpts from programmes made at the television theatre. I hope some of your favourites are included here.
Tiny kangaroo down the walk, tiny kangaroo down, tiny kangaroo down the walk, tiny kangaroo down. Once again now, tiny kangaroo down the walk, tiny kangaroo down, tiny kangaroo down the walk, tiny kangaroo down.
Step inside, love. Let me find you a place where the cares of the day will be carried away by the smile on your face. We are together now and forever. Come my way. Step inside, love.
Morning, sir. Morning. What a be? A shave, a singe, or a shampoo? Well, it means adjusting the position of the seat, you see. Oh.
Yes, well, I don't think I'll bother, thank you very much.
Just my little bit of fun, so I like to keep my customers smiling. Now, seriously, what's it a be? An estimate? An anaesthetic? Or just an oil change?
If you don't mind, I'll just have the neck trimmed, will you?
Trimmed? I need radar to find it.
I have a lot of great memories. I mean, one of the memories that is not so great, though, is that this place always brought on dandruff for me. I mean, if it was near Christmas time and I did a Christmas song, all I did was shake my head. We didn't bother about snow machines. So it had a few strange points about it. But on the whole, there's a magic about the TV theatre that I think is just part of the brickwork. And with all the pleasure that it's given us as artists and all the pleasure that I know it's given you as viewers, I just wish this place well and hope that whatever happens to it, good will always be here.
Good evening, my dear.
My goodness, who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself. Computer card 8/69B. At your service for an evening of sin and rancid sensuality.
But there must be some mistake. It says here you're 23 years old and 6 foot 6.5. Look, height 6'6", born 6848.
Oh, it's my telephone number.
Oh.
Now, I'll put it down in big block letters for the convenience of these pathetic international beauties who are calling me all days of the hour and night. Well, they do call me all days of the hour and night, as well as all hours of the day and night.
In case you're wondering why I'm snooping around your dressing room, when I used to do my television series here, I used to do a different number, have a different outfit for every number. I'd do sketches, get dressed up in period costumes. In fact, it was not as tidy as this. It was always an absolute mess. Clothes everywhere, wigs, hair pieces, eyelashes, jewelry, shoes. And one year, I put an expensive piece of jewelry on here with all the paste jewelry, you know, and I was excited Aretha Franklin was on the show. Went and finished the show. A week later, I realized I'd left that piece of jewelry with all that paste. Well, I phoned. Everybody did everything they could. We couldn't find it. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to leave you my phone number, Terry, and if you come across it, you will phone me, won't you? Be worth a few bob.
You've got 1.5 minutes to do this, starting from now. Yes, the potter's wheel. I don't think we could have done the generation game without the potter's wheel. But, you know, the Shepherd's Bush Empire used to be a stole theatre, and I worked there many, many years as a variety performer. In fact, at one time during the war, I was in a show called Leonard Urry's Discoveries. Yes, I was a discovery. And I played piano for all the acts on the sort of second half of the show. And this young lady was singing, and I was accompanying her at the piano. And one of the buzz bombs came over. And people that remember the buzz bombs, you know, you waited for the engine to stop, and then you all ducked for cover. There's the audience all sitting there, the buzz bomb's coming over, I'm playing the piano, the girl's singing. We heard it sort of stop, and then we both jumped under the piano. All the people in the audience got under the seats, and then we heard the terrific crash and the explosion. And all sort of looked around, found out we were all right. The theatre shook a little bit, and then I got up, finished playing the piano, the girl finished her song, and all the audience thought it was marvellous. In fact, it's the best that part of the show ever went.
The other thing about the theatre is that it's got enormous atmosphere. You know that there are animals hiding in every crevice. Spiders here, cockroaches there. We had pigeons in the roof, and a man used to come in with a gun before we recorded. And we thought it was for us, but actually he would shoot the pigeons. We had a vegetarian secretary who never liked that. But I suppose what I most connect with the theatre is dogs, because we've had horses, cows, calves. We tried to get an elephant in, we failed, but we have had 10 amazing dogs. And what they did to the studio audience of the theatre, what they did to all of us on the set, meant 22.5 million people watched the programme the next week to see if they were still there.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, that we have proved quite conclusively that most dogs find scent off extremely... extremely exciting. If you'd like to know why...
Thank you. Well, I'm afraid that brings us nearly to the end of this very special evening, marking the official closure of this theatre. On October the 1st, 1953, when the last live variety show ended, the curtain came down, the auditorium echoed to the sound of Old Lang Syne. So tonight, 38 years later, we'd like you to join us in a verse of the same song. So all together now, ladies. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for the sake of Old Lang Syne? For Old Lang Syne, my dear, for Thank you all. Thank you. And thanks to all my guests who've made this such a special and I hope you think marvellous occasion. We'll be back on Friday. We'll be concentrating on the show that's been made here for the past 6.5 years, Wogan. What do you mean you can't remember it? If you will, tune in for a refresher course, some of my favourite moments from those years, with a stellar cast of Hollywood and British stars, plus the best in music from the first 1,000 programmes, on Friday at 7 o'clock. Now, from all of us at the old TV theatre, it's a final good night. Thank you. Good night.